my listeners. Welcome back to our podcast. Emotions, our thoughts, our behavior are interlinked. I remember seeing a scripture in the Bible. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If I dwell on negativity, on negative thoughts, and it affects my emotions, then I start feeling either angry or sad or depressed, frustrated. I become stressed out in the long run. That affects my body. I start developing constant chronic headaches, stomach ulcers, indigestion, you name it, all lots of stuff. Just because of my pattern of thinking. Pay attention to your thoughts. They become emotions, they become behavior, they become character, they become you. And before you know it, you start developing health issues. Why do I keep on talking about this? We are emotional beings. We are emotional beings. We feel. We either feel happy, we either feel excited, we either feel unhappy when certain things that happen that we don't like are happening. We feel angry when we feel rejected, undermined, disrespected, abandoned. We feel fear when something's happening in our life that are causing instability, like stealing our confidence or being certain about certain things. So emotions, for example, emotions such as anxiety and fear have shown a direct tie to heart palpitations, irritable bowel syndrome, tension headaches, and many other diseases. And when we feel that way, we don't try to look at the underlying trigger to this constant nagging headache that just won't go away. If the headache is not because I didn't get enough sleep, I was awake the whole night, and what was causing me to be awake the whole night, what triggered me not to be able to fall asleep, was I in a worry mode. If you are in a worry drive and you can't start thinking and dwelling on what has happened, which you cannot change, but you keep on saying, if only I could have responded that way. I wish I could have told him this. I wish I could have told her that. But the reality is that you did not, and there might have been a reason why you did not. So you get to the point of acceptance and accepting that, well, it is what it is. I didn't stand up enough for myself, and it does not necessarily mean that I'm weak. Probably saved us from escalating the conflict and the tension. But then look at what could be triggering some of the symptoms that we experience in our life. Like I was talking about stomach problems and tension headaches. But is there any good news in this bleak horizon? Somebody say, but you're always talking about negative things. How about you look at the positive side? I tend to dwell on these things because these are the things that are affecting people. And there is no way I can just not talk about it. But yes, there is a good news. The good news is that you can do a great deal to pull the plug on these toxic emotions that fuel deadly and painful diseases. You can do much to improve your physical health, by addressing first and foremost your emotional health. And the message of encouragement is that starting today, believe that it is possible to be genuinely happy. And it is possible without the use of man made chemicals, medications, and mood altering substances to be actually naturally, organically, genuinely happy. It is possible to prevent many of the diseases that we dread, starting with by addressing our emotional health. It is possible to live a vibrant, pain-free, disease-free life in body, mind, and spirit. It is doable. I'm not saying that we'll not encounter challenges. We'll have relationship challenges. We'll have workplace, employee, colleagues, relationship challenges. Most of the issues we encounter that are affecting and impacting our emotions are relationship based. But we are social animals, so we cannot exist on our own. We need other people in our lives. Is the marital intimate relationship problem, or is a workplace colleague relationship problems, or is just in the public domain where you encounter people who are just critical or negative and of what you do and what you say. Is part of life. You are going to encounter these things, but choose nonetheless, regardless of this. Yes, we are going to have financial problems, we are going to have debts problems, and often when we do get into debts, we run away from addressing them, blocking the phones, rather than sitting down with our creditors and saying, at the moment I'm going through a rough patch, I don't have the means of addressing this installment that I'm supposed to be paying. How can you help me? What arrangement can we reach? Blocking bankers and the people you owe, it does not take away the problem. Instead, it increases your stress. So you see that it doesn't solve anything. But when you go to them and sit down with them and say, this is my situation, how can I handle this? Help me address it. They may actually come up with a plan and ask you, what is a plan that is much suitable for you at the moment, seeing that you don't have a job, you lost a job, maybe the loan was actually even insured. So find out the details about this, because running away and avoiding to talk to your creditors is not going to make the debt to go away. Yes, I know there are realities out there that affect your emotions. Tell me, in a situation like that, if you stay awake the whole night, is the debt going to all of a sudden disappear? No, it won't. Are the bankers going to stop calling you? No, they won't. So be proactive. Go to them, sit down, acknowledge first and foremost how it is impacting you and making you feel inside, how it is impacting you and affecting you and making you think. What are your thoughts like? Then come up with a decision, because you sit down, like I said previously, what's the worst that could happen? They would rather want to have a dialogue, but they get upset when we avoid uh, admitting that we have a challenge, we don't have money, we can't pay them, we lost our job, we got retrenched.